Hello and welcome to Java with Jim. I'm Jim Reese, Director of Business Development at Offit Kurman, joined here today with Nick Modha, founder at Monkey in the Metal. Nick, really looking forward to our conversation today. Thank you for joining me and welcome.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks for having me.
Sure. All right. So first and foremost, tell us about your company, Monkey in the Metal. Where'd the name come from? What do you do? And how are you different from other companies in the same industry vertical?
Sure. So I'll start from the beginning here. The genesis of this. Monkey in the Metal. Really, we're an architectural millwork company specializing in solid woods and metal manufacturing, custom furniture, signage, and artwork, primarily in the commercial industry for multifamily, retail, hospitality, and restaurant. Where the name comes from, and I get this question a lot, all the time. And really, this has to do with the business when it started. This was really my golf. This was something a way for me to relax and enjoy and use my creative energies in. And when we started to scale the company, it turned into a little bit more. But back when it was just a hobby, I wanted a fun name for it. I wanted something memorable. And I remember when I was looking for names or thinking of them, I came up with all these serious names, and I was like, Modha Fabrication and Metal and Modha, and my wife was just like, these are all forgettable. This sounds like every other fabrication company out there. And I said, okay, well, I'll take a page out of the bar naming book, which usually is some sort of animal and a noun, pig and a whistle, goat and a bell. And so I asked my oldest daughter at the time, I said, Sienna, what's your favorite animal? And she said, monkey. And I said, oh gosh, how do I make this sound halfway serious? So we were going through and like metal monkeys and iron monkeys, and she blurted out monkey in the metal. And where my wife looks at me and says, we're done here. This is it. That's the name. And it's stuck ever since then.
Out of the mouths of babes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. What a great story. Thanks for sharing that with us. So continuing on, Nick, what do you guys do? Well, you told us what you do. How are you different from other companies that are in same or similar industry?
Sure. So we really operate in a niche. What I tell folks is we operate in the bounds of architectural millwork and ornamentals. And so a lot of the architectural millwork companies, they really like to do their high pressure laminate cabinets and high pressure laminate countertops, and they want to recreate this and do those at scale inside an entire building. They might want to do all the kitchens, or they might want to do all the office or all the lab areas. And your guys that are in the ornamentals are going to want to do all the stair railings and will do all the stairs inside an entire parking garage, because that's something they can do at scale and just keep doing and repeat, rinse, wash, repeat. Versus us, we like the one-off. We like the things that are a quantity of one, where we build something, burn the plans, and go on to the next. We like to be referred to as the problem solvers. So the way we're different is that we do not want to build at scale. We want to build high visually impact items that go in high traffic areas. Think about your lobbies, the club rooms, amenity spaces, things that where people really want to be surrounded by beautiful things.
Excellent. Clear as could be. Thank you. So Nick, when it comes to Monkey in the Metal, and I love the name, what would you say you're most proud of?
I think what I'm most proud of is throughout the years, all the different ways, and I hesitate to use the word pivoted, but I'll say adapted.
You can
In the
say
beginning,
shift. Use the word shift. That's what I like to use.
shifted. We've shifted over the years. In the beginning, we were primarily a high-end residential fabricator, and we just weren't finding the timelines that would make us profitable and that would support a team. It's kind of feast or famine. But once we moved into commercial world, like those timelines a lot better. And up until 2020, we primarily operated in new office builds. That's where we found most of our work. We built a lot of conference tables and a lot of things for offices. Well, then, some things changed in the world and new office builds weren't as prevalent. And so we did move. We moved into multifamily, we moved into restaurant, moved into retail, moved into hospitality. And I wouldn't have been able to do this without such an adaptable team. I think that's what's really made me so proud over the years. There's plenty of times where I could have thrown in a towel, or my team could have thrown in a towel and said, you know what, it's just not going to work. And just through sheer grit and determination, we've still made this to be a successful company that just wants to continue thriving.
Adaptability. That's awesome. Nick, so we're solid into Q4 of 2023. I'm sure you're thinking about growth plans, what looks like success for you. What do the next 6 months look like for you and Monkey in the Metal?
Sure. Well, I will break that question into two parts. And I'll say the rest of 2023 looks amazing. We are so full we can't take on any more business in 2023. 2024 starting to soften a little bit. We have a lot of great projects that are on the books, but are starting to be either delayed or shelved due to the current interest rate environment. And so a lot of jobs that should have been awarded in this quarter, they're saying, well, why don't you come back to us in Q4 and we'll let you know if we restart this. So 2024 is a little bit of a question mark for us right now.
Well, let's hope things improve and you guys get busy like you are now. That would be great. Um, Nick, what do most people watching this not know about you?
I am a huge gearhead when it comes to old school trucks and specifically the Toyota Land Cruiser. That's one of the things that kind of got me into this world. As one of my hobbies earlier in life, I always wanted a Toyota Land Cruiser. I searched all up and down the East Coast for one. Finally found one just shortly after college, and that's what propelled me to get all the skills I have today. I learned how to do metalworking. I learned how to do engine work. At some point, I had to get confident enough to actually start welding on it. I became a certified welder, and that's what helped me start this company.
I got to ask, so did the Land Cruiser come with like what are the wood siding and a surfboard with it?
No, it didn't have that, but it is one of those things that's all metal. Only plastics where your hands touch. So steering wheel, gear shift knob, and the heater knob. So it is very bare bones utilitarian. You're made to be able to work on it with three different wrenches. It was the perfect utility truck.
Love it, and it fits perfectly with what you do. Well, Nick, thanks for spending time with us today. Really appreciate it. Love hearing about Monkey in the Metal. As a grandfather of four, rarely weekend goes by when I'm not playing Monkey in the Middle. Not to be confused with Monkey in the Metal, but I have a feeling that's where your daughter came up with this. What a
Yep,
fabulous name and a great business, and you're a great guy. So thanks for being with us. Really appreciate it, and I know I'll see you soon.
absolutely. Jim, thanks so much for having me today and let me share my story. Appreciate it.
You got it. Bye.
Bye.